PS5 went with a Beatrix, and last draft that was a Kimmy. So I believe we're going to have another reset here. The good thing is,
I think they did say.
Did they agree?
They said that it was okay. He can change. There was an
Hey,
agreement among the players.
As long as the Valley's cool with it, they're the ones in the tourney. So let's do it. Like I said, go Sue. It's gonna happen. It's gonna make you an Odette believer, my friend.
All right, so we are on Game 1, Series 2 of Day 5. The Valley versus Pro Pandas. You know, I think at this point the Valley's just like, we don't care what you pick. Just come on. We just want this game already.
You gotta love that confidence.
So we have, we are going to see that Lunox in the top lane, up against Esmeralda. We're already seeing some early aggression from Pro Pandas, it seems. But again, I don't think we're going to see anything too crazy, but I am really excited to see this Odette play from Gosu Yujin.
And no invades early. It doesn't look like either team really... I mean, Pro Panda does have the durable build for the early game, but it doesn't look like they're going to get aggressive. They're playing smart. They probably know, unlike our last games, that they really do need to just farm up and play this very, very smart. They know that the Valley's not going to make mistakes.
Yeah, and right now, with that Raph and with that Odette, the Valley's not going to be able to play a super aggressive game in these first 3 minutes. To whereas, like I was saying earlier, I definitely feel like with the composition of Pro Pandas, they could go for some early game aggression. They could go for a red invade or a blue invade, and I'm hoping that's something we see. But then again, you know, if you don't have that confidence, you're just not going to do it.
In the Valley there, going for the gank on up top, playing very aggressive. Raph up there to show that support. They didn't get to snake Alice, but she's staying around, which is pretty dangerous, but she does have support coming from her teammates here.
Coming from the rear, this looks bad. Savage no carry coming in as Beatrix, getting some poke damage. A nice
Roger
goal from Jawhead, able to secure that first blood. On to Gosu Yujin, and another kill from Roger on to Odette.
And they match it up there at the end. I thought that was a great play from Pro Pandas, and I thought they were going to go away there with a 2-1, but the Valley wasn't having it. She stayed in there, and they stayed in there to make that a 2-2 even swap there.
Yeah, they definitely nice response, able to keep up, keep the gold even. You take 2 from us, we take 2 from you.
It's interesting to see how they're going to play this turtle. Both have been playing pretty safe. You can see the Valley was aggressive there on top, which I don't know if they were trying to open up turtle, being so aggressive up on top where someone had to backfill on that top lane. But with that 2-for-2 swap, we're back to even here. So not to see what happens. But there's this
getting a nice ult from Odette. There she is. But Galaxy Esmeralda coming in, getting a nice ult on that Rafaela. Roger coming in to clean it up and securing a kill onto Lime. Rafaela keeps doing some poke damage, trying to back off this Poquito. We're wondering who's going to get this turtle. Well, the answer might be here. Hayabusa coming in and securing a kill onto Esmeralda. The back and forth right now, but it does seem like the Valley has a slightly better foothold on the first turtle of the first match tank.
Yeah, Pro Panda, you had Alice up there cleaning up her top lane now. The minions on the turret, and now she's rotating down to help with this turtle. So this is going to be a good team fight here, both teams.
Yeah,
Pro
but
Panda
it looks like there are 5 members of Pro Panda down here ready to take this fight. The Valley getting pushed back. A nice ult from Gosu Yujin, though, doing some big damage. Alice able to clean up, but they both are losing a member. A nice throw from Jawhead, but he does get taken out from the Hayabusa. But Saku is cute, comes in to take another kill of their own, taking out Rafaela. It seems like the trade does go to Pro Pandas there, but the kills are still even tank.
It is, and if they can push off the jungler here from the Valley, might try and see Pro Panda make a move here on bottom lane, but it looks like the Valley's coming back. They're going to reset, and we're back at a pretty much even gold count, 12.7k to 11.8, less than 1,000 gold difference. I think both teams are playing really smart right now, and the rotation is absolutely perfect on both sides. No one's got the upper advantage right now.
I mean, oh my god.
The Odette
nice pick. Odette just melts down that health bar. And you know, even the crazy thing is even though Roger got that turtle, and it gives a nice gold boost to all of your team. The Valley's still holding the gold lead here, you know. Even after that turtle was taken, the Valley had the gold lead, and it just kind of shows their prioritization on farming this early game. And even if the kills are even if you get turtle, we still know how to get gold to our teammates.
Roger here and both, you can see Pro Panda, they're both just watching their Roger. They're making sure their hyper can gold up.
What a nice
oh my god, what a dive
down
there.
goes Beatrix. They were just waiting in that bush to clean up, and they did. Roger, though, not wasting any time, taking that hit on the team and continuing his jungle.
Aya and Paquito playing pretty aggressive here from the Valley. I'm curious to see where they're going to take that. They're going to try and work on Esme, if they're going to rotate, try to freeze that lane and go
throw and pick from that Jawhead. Both teams really trying, you know.
And they clean up on bottom lane. That 2-on-1, Aya and Paquito were just waiting there, waiting for that bait.
Yeah, both.
And it looks like they're going to try to get that turret out of it.
Oh, I mean, even though we've seen Pro Pandas really lose some games here so far, and I feel like they're playing a good game right now. They're keeping up with one of the top teams in the league right now, and they're trading blows for blows. We're still at 10-10. We're 6 minutes in, and they're showing them that we deserve to be in this league.
I agree. All members are supporting each other from Pro Pandas right now, which is real good. And they're going to snake another turtle here, which is really going to help in their gold count, because like you were talking about, the Valley might not be getting these objectives, but they're staying even with them in the gold count.
Yeah, they definitely are. And hopefully Beatrix can possibly steal this tower down here to even up that bot lane, and she does. So again, we're evening the playing field, but some huge burst damage from that Paquito. Purple sitting at 1, 1, and 2 right now. Ready, you know, I think he's getting to that point where he's going to be able to start doing some heavy damage onto these squishies like Roger and Beatrix.
It looks like the fight's going to be up on top lane. Well, right around where Turtle would be, but they're going to back off. They're not... Like I said, both teams are playing very smart here. They're not being too aggressive. They're taking the fights they know they can win, but the other team immediately counters.
Yeah, every time they lose some footing in one lane, the other team responds in the other lane. Both teams doing a good job. Pro Panda's definitely standing tall against a wall right here. But Esmeralda looking a little cornered here. Goes through Eugene coming in. I'm wondering if that ult's going to come. A nice ult coming in with the combo of the Wrath ult to stun her down, and they are able to secure that gank and possibly this tower. Jawhead coming from the back. If we look down in mid lane, Hayabusa up against this Beatrix and able to just get out of the way. He does dash in and pops the ultimate, but then he quickly aborts, doing some nice damage. Oh, a beautiful kill onto that Jawhead. Comes in. Roger, though, again, responding and taking out Lunox. And this is that back and forth trade we keep seeing. No one's really getting any full team wipes here. No one's really getting any full pushes. But one thing I can say about the Valley is they are up in towers, and they are taking material away from Pro Pandas, slowly but surely.
Pro Panda here, you can see, just absolutely supporting their hyper. Feed the Roger. I don't care what team he's on. That seems to be everyone's motto when you get a Roger on your team.
Yeah, he's 6-0-2.
They're doing real well. Like you said, they're playing against a team that is just known to be a very, very good team, a very meta team. And Pro Panda's keeping up with them, and they're my underdogs. That's who I'm going for. I'm over here rooting for Pro. I love you, Valley, but the Panda's where it's at.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to fight for this turtle right here. They need to do something here. The whole teams are both here. We are seeing some engage. Lunox closing in on that Esmeralda and doing some nice damage. The turtle does go to Hayabusa. The Odette pops her ultimate and is able to get a kill onto Beatrix. At the same time, Roger does get killed. We now have Paquito closing in on that Jawhead and securing another kill for the side of the Valley. This is where the game has probably changed. The Valley with a 3K gold lead, a turtle, and 3 towers taken away from Pro Pandas. This looks rough for them. They need to change something up here, Tank.
And we talk about just one clash, right? One team fight being able to change everything. We talked about it last game with what they can do. And Pro Panda, up until that point, not that they're doing anything wrong, but up until that point, they were trading kill for kill. They were taking objectives. They were right there. But a clash like that where you cannot make a mistake with the Valley, and the Valley makes you pay for it. And look at the jump. Look at the difference now between 60 seconds ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game of, we talk about it sometimes, it's a game of seconds, it's a game of minutes, it's a game of an item or two, another big pick onto that Esmeralda. And I think Esmeralda, we saw it in the last fight, in that turtle fight, she was a little out of position. Instead of being with the rest of her team, she was up against that Lunox, and Lunox is going to melt her down. You know, like, Lunox is a tank killer. You know, she does great at melting down these bulky heroes, so that's not who she wants to be up against in these 5v5 team fights, and she quickly got taken out, and the rest of Pro Pandas just wasn't able to do anything after she was gone.
And you see Valley here just playing smart. It looks like they're going to wait for that next objective to spawn here.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Pro Pandas can step back.
They are down in gold. They really just have... They're playing like they should. You've got the one side lane going on, the rest supporting their Roger here in mid. They just need to play smart, wait for these team fights. They might take it here if they're blue.
Don't think he should have took that ult, though. He engaged and got taken out quickly by Hayabusa. The Valley keeps on poking. I think at that point, you know, Pro Pandas, you had the right idea. Like, they should. I don't think they should have took that fight. They should have gave him the blue, backed off, let Alice clean these side lanes because of her ability to kind of escape from ganks. And I think that was a bad call on the side of Jawhead right there.
I agree. I don't know if Jawhead was trying to go up, send the flicker back, send one of them back, and try to isolate, and just got caught up with some CC or what, but you could see no one supported there. No one from Pro Pandas went in. They knew it was a mistake on the Jawhead part, so they're doing what they're supposed to. They're just back there farming. They're trying to catch up to the Valley here. You know, I'll be wondering if they're going to try and bait the Lord here, or if they're just going to just try to focus here on these team fights and try to get them to come out.
I think they're waiting for that Lord to hit 12 minutes so it gets its little power up. That way they can try to finish this game as quickly as possible. You know,
you can see Haya opening up that top lane to force that team to push up top, which will open up that bottom lane Lord for them.
Yeah, I think this might be a GG. But again, like you said, Pro Panda's playing smart. They're not, you know, they made that mistake earlier. Hopefully they learn from it, and they just play safe from here on. Like, they can't go in that jungle. There's a 7k gold lead now, or 6.5k gold lead now. They can't take a 5v5. They don't have the power to. They need to just back off and wait for a mistake from the side of the Valley.
Akito there just initiate the fight with Odette coming in with her ult there. They knew it was coming. They knew they had to protect Lord. And now Haya's coming up to give some support now that they've snaked Lord.
Another big hit. More members going down. It's a 2-for-1 trade as we speak. But now it's a 2-for-2. And those are the Lord is coming. But at the same time, the Valley overextended a little bit there. And if Pro Pandas can wait for some more mistakes like that, they might be able to make a comeback here.
And you see Pro Pandas playing such a good game and such a safe game, but all it takes is that one mistake, that one team clash like they had prior to this.
The ultimate of that Rafaela, though, Lime times it so well. You know, she was able to lock down that Roger and stop him in his tracks. Lord is crouching down in this top lane, but Pro Pandas does have some minions to help defend. I don't know if the Valley's going to be able to finish this game here.
I think Pro Pandas playing very smart for where they're at and, you know, how this game is going. They're doing exactly what they did. They did not lose their inhibitor turret there, even with Lord on top, with all the lanes froze, with the clash happening all at the same time. There's your big team right there on mid lane.
Members of Pro Pandas are going down, but the Valley is in their base. They don't care. They don't think we're overextending. They want to finish it. 2 inhibitor towers go down. 3 members of Pro Pandas are gone. It is Roger and Esmeralda versus the world. Roger quickly taken out from that Hayabusa. The Valley just trolling at this point, sitting here, letting minions take down the base tank.
Oh, Panda keeping up with the Valley for a good 10 minutes right there, but then the Valley coming in at the end and just showing you what they are capable of. I think the trolling is that they thought it was going to be a lot easier than it was, but Pro Panda was keeping up there. But once again, Valley showed their true colors. They came back. That was phenomenal book work from both sides. All it takes is that one mistake, and you can see what the difference happened when they were at the same gold level throughout almost the entire match. That clash at the turtle cost Pro Pandas 3 players for 0 of the Valley, and from then on, it was just out of their hands.
Yeah, there was that one turtle clash really made the huge difference. They were able to keep up for a while, and like you said, all it took was that one fight, and then they just kind of, and then after that, it was just a couple more small mistakes. That Jawhead engage for the blue buff, you know, and it's like you could tell they were trying to hold it together and play the defensive route and wait for late game, wait for their items to catch up, but there was just a few couple mistakes that they probably shouldn't have made, and that really kind of sealed the deal for them.
Odette didn't take my MVP, you know, like I wish she was, but
she did well.
You just saw the stats there. She was a 72% team participation. I mean, she was in there for all those fights. She racked up the assists. I still think she's meta. She's my girl. She's G's girl.
She did good. I mean, look at she did a pretty nice percentage of damage. She was involved in all the team fights. Eugen definitely played her well. But see, so when we look at the side of Pro Pandas right now, Beatrix 100% turret damage. None of the rest of their team was able to do any damage or any push in any lanes, and that's something you never want to see. You never want to see only one of your members able to do that.